And it's absolutely a real treat to be joined now by one of the owners of North End Treats, Dan Torchio. What's going on, Dan?
How are you? Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Listen, I've spent a lot of time in the North End, and when I'm going to the North End, I want the whole experience. You get the desserts. I love pizza in the North End, and you have brought that like kind of real, authentic North End style pizza to Framingham. So explain the way that you guys do pizza.
So what we do is we brought the pizzas out that way. We figured we'll be out in Framingham. You can be from Metro West and not have to drive into Boston.
Sure.
Go in to get your pizzas, your calzones, whatever you're getting. So we said, all right, let's get authentic. We'll get brick oven pizza. And what we've done is we're actually fired the oven with gas to keep it consistent. So it keeps a nice crust on the bottom of the pizza and around the top, nice and crunchy.
Yeah.
Keeps it nice and airy inside. And then for what we did with the sauce was, as I said, you know, when I was little growing up, I didn't make a pizza sauce.
Right.
We always used Friday night whatever sauce was left from Wednesday, Thursday. So I said, let's make something like that. It'll be true to the way we did it when we were young. You know?
Yeah, that's real family style.
Real family style. So that's what we did. We came up with the formula for our sauce and used that as our sauce for all of our pizzas. And then we use all our toppings are fresh.
Now you mentioned the sauce on your pizza, which is absolutely delicious. But the truth of the matter is, you have this one pizza that not a lot of places are doing, and you don't have the tomato sauce on this one. And I think that's a good thing. This is actually a breakfast pizza.
Breakfast pizza.
All right. So explain everything that goes on to this one.
Tastes similar to a breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
Instead of using the sauce that I was just talking about, we use a scrambled egg. We scramble them up, spread it out along the pie.
Yep.
And then throw fresh sausage, bacon on top, and mozzarella cheese, and get it in the oven, browning up really nice. A little Parmesan and oregano. Let it get nice and crispy on the bottom and the sides. Pull it out, and it's just phenomenal. Literally tastes just like a breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, you could actually call it an extremely big and tasty if you wanted to, use what Dunkin' Donuts has said, which is a great sandwich, by the way. Now, you talk about growing up and how, the sauce that your family would make on, during pasta nights, and they're making the sauce and they're simmering it. But of course, meatballs are always the key ingredient to any of these Italian family meals.
That's right.
And so explain the North End treat, meatballs. I mean, these are awesome.
Especially when you were little. That's all I remember. I'd walk into my grandmother's house and I'd get the smell,
Sure.
So that recipe she had handed down. I had seen it done a million times, but she had handed it down to us, and so now we decided to use them at the shop. We started making them at the shop, and every time I'm making them, I smell it, and it takes me back to that walking in the house. I'm going to have meatballs, and she used to make them though. Those are good size. She used to make. They look like softballs. You get one big softball in the middle of your plate.
Yeah.
So we used a lot of beef, pork. There's also some Parmesan and some other spices in there. Some roasted reds that we grind up. And
I know you don't give away all the secrets.
We don't give away everything.
No Italian mother or grandmother would either, but they are delicious. Now, of course, the real reason why a lot of people come to North End Treats or go to the North End in general is for the pastries. Now, you guys are affiliated with Bova's Bakery in the North End. I know you share recipes. They make some of your stuff. Now, you do the cannolis, which are, a normal size Italian cannolis. But what I like is this, baby. This is the lobster tail. It is big and it is awesome. So for people that don't know what it is, describe what it is, how it's made.
All right, so we actually get our shells from Bova's, go into Bova's, pick up our shells, bake everything off at our shop. And I think the key is to let the lobster tail grow to a nice, or rise to a nice crispy golden brown shell.
Yeah, it is really crispy on that outside.
Really crispy on the outside. You need it. It's got to be fresh. If it's not, forget it.
Of course.
Then we load it up with a little bit of, well, not a little, if you can see it's on there.
It's loaded up with an incredible amount of the fluffy cream.
When you bite into that, you just want to hear and feel that crunch, and then the cream just explodes.
Well, there it is. If people want to get that explosion in their mouth, they got to go to North End Treats. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan.
It is at 661 Cochituate Road, right off the Mass Pike in Framingham.